Hello, everyone. We're so excited that you're with us. And I am here with my co-host today is Devin Herz. He is a marketing genius. He owns a marketing company and literally has taken so many businesses to the next level with his marketing skills. So Devin, welcome.
Great to be here, Chantel. Appreciate everyone joining today and looking forward to giving you all some good strategies.
One of the things that I want to talk about is making sure that all of us align with who do we want to serve? Like, who is the person that you would literally serve them for free because you love it so much? So you're excited about that topic. You are like, I love to do this, so I would do it for free. And if you're trying to pull teeth to make money and you're like, I don't even like doing this, then you've got to pivot and find something that you love doing because you want to serve people. And when you're excited about serving people in that arena, that's when it really becomes fun. So that's step number one, is really dialing that piece in. But step number two is figuring out what your lead magnet is, right? So for you, it's kind of the bait. My son is so into fishing right now. He is like, I'm telling you, all he wants to do is fish. And what he does is he has this bait and he's got all these different types. And last night we were at a friend's house with a lake and he was trying to catch this fish with this bait. And we all were like, no, Kyle, that's not going to work. That bait is huge for the fish that's in this pond. That is not the right bait. And so that's what you're trying to do, is figure out what is your lead magnet. And what's happened is, back in the day, everyone would get this lead magnet and they're like, oh my gosh, I have to write a book or I have to have this huge thing. And they'd put so much effort into it. But you can actually now with AI go to ChatGPT. It'll literally create a free lead magnet for you. So that's my first question to you, Devin, is that we want to pick the right bait, but we also want to give a lead magnet that works. So give an example. And again, we're talking about any business here. What's the lead magnet that you've done that you have seen success with?
Sure. So I think, and I'd love to see in the chat too, what industries and who your perfect clients are. So if we're talking real estate, there's so many different real estate agents out there. How do we differentiate ourselves? What is it that we're providing? So anytime that we can provide value into the experience that they're going to go through, people are unsure. They're not, do I go with this agent here? Do I go with that agent there? Which one do I do? They're all talking about marketing. So providing value is, to me, one of the most important things. Determining what their experience is going to be, telling the stories of why and what you're going to do that's going to differentiate their home and get them to get that listing.
And also talk about other businesses, because we have
Yeah,
people on the call and they're listening. Any business that we're talking about, because it doesn't matter if it's real estate, it doesn't matter if you own a roofing company. This strategy will work for any business that you have. Doesn't matter. Go ahead, Devin.
one of the things that we recommend is something called a shook, and Chantel's right. It doesn't matter what industry you are. You want to provide something in value. In return, you're capturing some information. What goes on with that information will be probably for what we talk about next, is that ongoing drip and staying out in front of and being top of mind all the time. So putting something out that is authored by you and with GPT and some of these different programs out there or agencies to help you create these documents that not only could be residing as a digital asset on your landing page, your website, your social media. The days of just driving to a website from Instagram are pretty much done. We want to have them going to either a link tree where you have your offer front and center. So something like, get your latest book on why, getting your home sold fast in Charlotte County. Another thing, roofing is not sexy, it's not exciting. So how do you make something fun and exciting for someone? So people are going to be jumping around from website to website. You're offering a free resource for them on the secrets to hiring the best roofer out there. Something like this that provides value to the viewer, that is going to hit on those pain points and get them to provide an email to opt in to get this. Putting on webinars, putting on events, recorded webinars, all these things are what we call as lead magnets, and it could be freemiums. Another one was a cosmetic dentist. Here we have something totally out of left field. Always trying to have fun, capture some of the humor, show up differently is important to us when we're talking about disruption and branding. So not looking like every other company out there that's your competition is really where we start. And then providing them something of value. So here's an example of a $25 gift card to Whole Foods to go eat healthy, to opt in for something from a dentist. The different landing pages that we create, just things that are unique and different than what people are seeing on a regular basis. So having a freemium on your opt-in page, on your website, on your social media, driving to one focus of call to action to capture people's information is super important. Real estate may be a timely thing, but if we're talking about a dentist, if we're talking about a roofer, not everyone needs this stuff right away. It's hitting them, and timing is so crucial. So by getting that contact information, having that going into a powerful CRM like BizBox Funnels, those types of things, to where you can now drip to them. If you're doing B2B, you can now pick up the phone to call them. If you're doing B2C, now we have an email campaign. If we're capturing their mobile phone number, now we have a way to SMS message them. If we're capturing a physical address, now we have a way to send something tangible, which we're big proponents of because everyone lives in the digital space these days. So that omni-channel approach. But bottom line, it's trading off something of value to get that contact information and setting up a focus of a call to action to drive to that one thing for them to opt in for.
It's one of the best things I've ever done for my business is called bizboxfunnels.com. And it's automation that frees you to focus on growth. So at one point in my business, I had 6 full-time web developers on staff. Now I have everything I need in one place. I have a CRM, lead pipelines, all my email, my SMS campaigns for text messaging, all my automations, calendars. You can get rid of all these different things. MailChimp, bye-bye. Calendly, bye-bye. All the text messaging apps that you need, bye-bye. It's all one system, and you can triple your speed to lead. You're never going to miss an opportunity. Let your calendar fill itself, and you're going to turn calls into clients. So it's one of the best things I've ever done. I've saved so much money. Literally, $1,400 a month is a minimum that you're going to spend, because you're going to get rid of all these different apps that you have, all these different programs. And I know at one point we were using WP Engine, and you have to have all these plugins, and this plugin doesn't work with this plugin. This system doesn't talk with this one. It's a living nightmare. If you're not a tech guru and you don't want a bunch of headaches and you want to hit the easy button, bizboxfunnels.com. When I say the word lead funnel, right, that there, you really only need 2 pages, because a lot of times people are like, oh my gosh, I need all these different pages. Here's the thing. You only need 2 pages. Page number 1 is where they fill out their name, phone number, and email. And the second one is where you give them whatever it is that you want to give them for free. And for real estate, you can see these examples. I'm gonna let Devin share his screen and show some of these while we're doing. If real estate is your field, we already have these pre-created. You literally can just copy and paste them to put them in. But the biggest thing is that you have to be dripping to these people with email and text campaigns. So the reason why I like BizBox Funnels is because with BizBox Funnels, you don't need an email campaign. You don't need like MailChimp and another text campaign. It's all done for you in one campaign. And a lot of people are saying, email is dead and, you've got to move to text. Well, this is the thing. You need to build an email list, and you need to build your text email list. Both. And you need a system that will both email people and text people. People will tell you all the time, the money is in the list, because you have to be constantly dripping people, because at different times, they're not ready to do it. Like, they might not be ready now, but you need a campaign that will constantly be emailing and texting, because just because I'm not ready now doesn't mean I won't be ready a month from now, or 2 months from now, or 6 months from now, right? It's just like, think about someone who's selling their home. They might not be ready right this minute, but all of a sudden, 2 months later, God forbid they're getting a divorce. Now they do need you, but they didn't need you 4 months ago, right? So it has to be one of those things. The other thing is joining Facebook groups. And it's really important for you guys to be joining Facebook groups that apply to whatever your field is. So for example, if you're in real estate, there's so many different real estate join. There's so many different mock groups that you can join. But the biggest thing is You cannot be a spammer. You have to provide value to people. And if you can't provide value, number one, you're going to get booted out of the group. Number one. Number two, people aren't going to want to do business with you. The number one thing is you have to find a way that you can constantly provide value. And then those people will start reaching out to you because you've given them so much free information that people are like, oh, wow, this is great. So Devin, talk about that real quick of like the right protocol. Well, let's start with you. Like if you had a marketing business, right? What
Sure.
would you do? What would be the different kinds of Facebook groups that you would join? And what would be some different things that you would do to add value and things that they shouldn't do that are going to just get them booted out of these different groups?
Absolutely. So I think for me, it's a matter of finding the right type of client that we want to get in front of. So let's just take one niche and cosmetic surgeons, right? These are people that are spending money to sell major dollars of services that they offer. So being able to join into some of those groups, and we're never out there selling and driving to links to get something sold. We're always providing, either we're commenting on some of the posts that are in there, and we're providing motivational information. Here's an idea that's working in today's world. We're providing proof of concept. We're even taking things like this, recorded webinar, any kind of mastermind, little tidbits of advice, and we're posting that type of things. No one's going to shy away from getting things that they can implement in their business right now that are working. So putting that type of content out there that is speaking one-to-one to that type of industry has worked really well. I'm going to go back to what you said too about email marketing. As a marketer, sometimes you get discouraged because you're putting out so many messages. I have to say that being consistent with your email marketing can make the difference of your month. I literally was running late to this call because I sent out something called the Monday Marketing Nugget. And a lot of times it goes out, I won't get a response. I put together a nice offer for my last one, again, providing real-time advice, real-time solutions that these people can implement in their business right now. So not really asking for much. And hey, by the way, if you want to we're doing this month a nice little blueprint for you where you can meet with me. And anyone that wants to sign up, go ahead here and schedule. So from doing that, I have a pretty big list. Let's just say probably about 4,000 contacts that we're sending out to that actually open and look at the mail. I was able to generate 7 meetings from that one email. And this, the guy I just got off the phone with, timing. It's all about timing. He needs a sales system. He needs a CRM. He needs these branding to go and show up at doctor's offices differently. So just that one email has provided me opportunities that can lead to hundreds of thousands of dollars in business. So again, whether it's a cosmetic surgeon that is looking to stay out there in front of people and talk about their new solutions that they're offering, whether it's a real estate agent talking about new things that are happening in the environment of the world in real estate or what's going on in that community, providing that type of advice and information on an ongoing, consistent basis is great. Chantel said, joining the groups there, the local groups. Lakewood Ranch has so many different things going on that you can join in. So I know one of our guests here, Linda, I believe you're from Lakewood Ranch. There's always stuff going on there between networking meetings and, even if you're going out to a networking meeting, what is it that you're doing? What's the purpose, right? Everyone's there trying to sell something. So if you approach those different events differently and no different than jumping on an online group, approach those differently, providing, looking to give out information. People
And
resonate.
add value. Figure out are you the most passionate about that you can add value to other people.
Correct. I think that hits the nail on the head right there. So, and this day and age, again, if you don't know design, you don't know how to use Chat GPT, people like Chantel, people like myself, and there's plenty of others out there that can help really drive that message forward and map out that plan so you have an idea of how to approach every different situation that we have at our fingerprints, from Facebook groups to how to manage your drip sequences in the CRM, to how to create these landing pages and funnels that have authoritative information on there that get them to enter in their information. All those things play into an omni-channel approach, which over time generates more and more leads that you can continue to drip to.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you enjoyed our episode. You're going to be so excited. Next week's episode is going to be amazing. We have the author of Profit First, one of the national bestsellers, talking to you about how to take your business to the next level. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few. Bye-bye for now.